Well, good afternoon and welcome back to the Little French Homestead. My name is Sherry. If you are new, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be making a homemade tomato soup. Now, my wonderful daughter, who was helping me out in the last couple of videos, had volunteered to go ahead and cut up and peel some carrots, chop up a couple of onions, and a couple of red peppers. So I was so thankful that I didn't have to do any of that prep work. I did go ahead and rinse off 3 of those little pints of cherry tomatoes, and then I did cut a whole clove of garlic, a bulb in half. All you're going to do is throw a little bit of salt, some pepper on it, and some olive oil. And you're just going to go ahead and bake that in the oven. My oven is preheated to 400 degrees. You're going to put that in there anywhere from 30 to 35 minutes. You do want to go ahead and allow to cool because it will be very hot, and you are needing to go ahead and use your hands to squeeze out some of those garlic cloves. So you want to make sure that they are still cool enough to the touch so you don't have to worry about that too much. Now, the day before, it was downpouring really hard and it was quite cool outside. I had wanted to make this particular soup that day, but I never got a chance around to it. Unfortunately, that would have been really wonderful on a nice, cool, rainy day. We don't get that many in Florida right about this time frame. We are still in October. We don't see the coolness till the end of January, February, maybe even the end of December. Last year, if I remember, it did hit freezing levels, which is about 32 around Christmas time. We had to have the heat on and stuff. But other than that, so if you are in, the northern states where it gets much cooler, please go ahead and give this a try. It is actually quite delicious. Now, I do use my immersion blender to go ahead and blend this all up. And you can use just a regular blender if you wanted to. I prefer the immersion blender. That way I don't have to get another equipment dirty if I don't need to. The immersion blender detachment is a lot smaller to put in your dishwasher than the entire blender, and I did have quite a few dishes that night, so having that smaller immersion blender worked out quite lovely, and I did not have to worry about anything big. When you go ahead and add these all in there, now I did find this, and it's not a big deal, just a little chunky. I was going to go ahead and sift it to get it all out, but I was actually okay. My husband and I did have it. We're the only ones that really like tomato soup in the house, so I made extra so we could have it and keep it in the refrigerator over the next day or two. But since we're the only ones that like it, I did make a somewhat of a good batch, and I did keep the skins on everything. Like I said, I was going to go ahead and strain it all out. But by the time I was going to do all that, a lot of the, through the blending everything, it became so fine and so thin that it didn't bother us. I did take a couple of bites to make sure that everything was still thoroughly chopped up, and it was. I did add a teaspoon of thyme, basil, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, and salt, just to go ahead and give it a more flavor. When you add your chicken broth, it's going to be, I did 2 cups, and then I did a cup of heavy cream at the very end. Make sure you mix it up very well. I did cut open my bread bowl and we added that tomato soup in there, and it was quite delicious. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining me here today. I know this was kind of like a small video, but that's quite okay. Go ahead, like, share, but most importantly, go ahead and subscribe. If you do like these videos, place a comment down below. I would love to hear if you've made this soup, or if you have a particular soup that you would like to go ahead and have me make or share with anybody else. That would be most welcome. Click that notification bell so you can go ahead and get all of my new and updated videos. And I will go ahead and pop a couple videos up to the side so you can go ahead and watch in between my other videos. I do post now on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. You guys all have a great day. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep on cooking. Bye.